It was the first year of college at the University of Texas, Austin, and the dorm life was already a wild ride. For roommates, Chad, Kyle, Jake, and the infamous Brad shared a tiny, messy room that smelled like a mix of stale pizza, gym socks, and regret. Brad was that guy. You know, the one. The guy who wouldn't shut up about going to the gym. He was always flexing in the mirror, talking about his gains, and bragging about how he could deadlift a small car. Meanwhile, the rest of us were nocturnal creatures, surviving on ramen noodles, energy drinks, and late-night video game marathons. Bedtime for us was around 4 a.m., but Brad? Oh no, Brad was a disciplined man. He went to bed at 11 p.m. sharp and woke up at 6 a.m. to hit the gym. Every single day. One fateful night, after a particularly intense round of Call of Duty, Chad had a brilliant or diabolical idea. "Guys," he slurred, his voice dripping with mischief. "What if we prank Brad? Like, what if we make him think it's 6 a.m. when it's actually, 3 a.m.? The room fell silent for a moment, and then Kyle and Jake erupted into laughter. "Dude, that's evil," Kyle said, wiping tears from his eyes. "I'm in." The plan was simple. Change the time on Brad's phone and watch to make it look like 6 a.m. when it was actually 3 a.m. We waited until Brad was snoring like a chainsaw, which happened around midnight. Chad, the tech wizard of the group, carefully unlocked Brad's phone. The password was Gaines123, because of course it was, and changed the time. Jake, the sneakiest of the bunch, swapped the time on Brad's fancy gym watch. Meanwhile, Kyle turned off the lights at exactly 2:55 a.m., so when Brad's alarm went off at 6 a.m., it would feel legit. The alarm blared. Brad shot up like a rocket, his gym rat instincts kicking in. He groggily slapped his phone to silence the alarm and muttered, "Time to get these gains." Meanwhile, the three of us were buried under our blankets, shaking with silent laughter. Brad, being the considerate roommate he was, started yelling at us to wake up. "Come on, guys. Gym time. No pain, no gain. Let's go." He even threw a banana at Chad, who was pretending to be asleep. "Eat this, bro. You're lifting 10 kilograms dumbbells today." We couldn't hold it in anymore. The room erupted with laughter, but Brad, bless his heart, was too focused on his mission to notice. He started doing push-ups right there on the floor, counting loudly like a drill sergeant. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, team. We were crying, laughing so hard we could barely breathe. But Brad was unstoppable. He put on his gym shoes, grabbed his water bottle, and headed for the door. "I'm going ahead, losers. Don't be late." As soon as the door closed, we lost it. Kyle fell off his bed, Chad was rolling on the floor, and Jake was wheezing so hard he almost passed out. We were in tears, imagining Brad walking across campus in the dead of night, ready to conquer the gym. About 20 minutes later, Brad stormed back into the room, his face red with rage. "What the hell, guys? The gym is closed. I even went to the RA's room and knocked on the door. The security guard yelled at me. He was like, 'What kind of idiot goes to the gym at 3 a.m.? Are you out of your mind?'" That was it. We were done. Chad was laughing so hard he accidentally snorted a Cheeto out of his nose. Kyle was clutching his stomach, begging for mercy. Jake was on the floor, gasping for air. Brad stood there, fists clenched, glaring at us like he was about to bench press us into next week. "You guys are dead to me," he growled. But the best part? The next morning, Brad still went to the gym, at 6 a.m. sharp, because, as he put it, a real athlete doesn't skip leg day, no matter how evil his roommates are. To this day, whenever we see Brad flexing in the mirror or talking about his protein intake, one of us will whisper, 3 a.m. gym time, bro, and we'll all burst out laughing. It's the kind of prank that never gets old, and honestly, it's what made our freshman year unforgettable. Evil? Maybe. Hilarious? Absolutely.